Hi, this is Michael Spokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are continuing with this great topic today. We're dealing with embracing qualities of great leadership in your life as a young man. Qualities of embracing qualities of great leader in your life, and you will become a better person as you do so. And this is part 4 today, and I would love to start with a quality called creativity. Creativity. Now, great leaders are very creative. Great leaders are creative in mind, and they're very innovative in everything that they do. Now, great leaders forever think of creativity because they know that the world is dynamic. Great leaders know that the world evolves a lot and it changes. And there's a lot of changes in life. And if you're not creative enough, you will be irrelevant within one time. And I want you as a young man to learn that as a leader, you need a quality of creativity in you. And that's not an option because creativity should be part of you if you're going to survive, especially in the days that we're living in. We are living in days where we're having new technologies, we're having things changing, and we're living in times whereby technology have become a bit more dictating to our lives, and I'm sure you see that. And the fourth industrial revolution is here with us, and there are a lot of changes that we're going to be faced with. And therefore, we are going to see different things that are done differently than before. Now, as a young man, therefore, you're going to need to have a quality of creativity in order to survive in this generation. Now, I'm emphasizing this because this is something that everybody in their minds and the right frame of mind should think of now and say, if I'm not creative enough, I'm going to soon be irrelevant. And there's no one who's ready to become irrelevant. As people in life, we need to make some decisions. And those decisions, they will not be clear-cut at all times because, as I say, there are a lot of changes in life. Now, first of all, if you are going to be creative enough, please be somebody who is able to embrace change. There are people that are so resistant to change to such an extent that they are not going to be creative in anything. They will be stuck to their own ways and old ways, and they are not going to see themselves progressing from there. And there's nothing that they want to do that is further than what they know or what they've been before. And therefore, they lack creativity to move into the next step. Now, I want to say to you as a young man, if you want to be a great leader in the days that we're living in, you're going to need to be creative. You're going to be need to be innovative enough. You're going to need to be open-minded. And I want to say that creativity comes along with learning, attitude to learn, ability to learn, teachability, actually. As a young man, you need to be teachable. You need to be ready to learn. You need to be open-minded to learn from others as well, because that's the only way you're going to be creative. Now, creativity comes with knowledge. Now, I want to urge you as a young man, these are the days that you need to study even more. Read books, understand, learn from other people as well, and hook up with people that know better, and have company of people that are knowledgeable and people that are progressive in thinking, because that's very important. Now, the company that you have as a young man, or the people that you hang around with, they're very important in the sense that you need to make sure that you choose the right people in your life. Because if you walk around with people that are not creative, there's no way you're going to be creative. And this is the reason that I become very, very, very direct with you. That if you walk around with people that are into drugs, you're going to be a drug addict. You cannot avoid that. If you walk around with people that are in gangsters, that are in gangsterism, you're going to be a gangster as well. You're going to be part of it. If you're walking around with people that are not caring about their lives, you're going to be a don't care kid as well. And therefore, you cannot become a leader if you are working with people like that. Now, you want to be innovative. You want to be creative. So therefore, walk around or hang around with people that are creative enough. Hang around with people that want to become better in life. People that are dependent on creative ideas that will develop and make them better. So therefore, people that you hang around with becomes very important. Now, as I've said, some decisions will not always be clear-cut. So you may be forced actually to do things at times that are creative enough, things that are new, things that are not the same, things that will deviate from your normal course. And that's the reason why you need to be ready at all times to do things that are out of ordinary at all times. And sometimes you need to be extraordinary individual by being able to do out of your bounds. So don't rely to stay in your box. Move out of your comfort zone. Break the walls and make sure that you approach life with positivity of saying, I'm going to be creative and become a better person. But that, as I've said, will come with readiness to learn and become a better person. The other quality that I want to deal with today for you as a young man, that is great leadership quality, is intuition. I want to speak about intuition because great leaders are very intuitive in everything that they do. Gut feeling, what we call gut feeling. Ability to take a risk in some of the decisions that you make, and you get them right generally. And sometimes you may risk and things don't get right, but who cares? Because life is about risk taking. Now, the people with intuition are great leaders in the sense that sometimes they allow their intuition to lead them and to guide them. And sometimes they do things intuitively. And you find that in that regard, they become innovative. Then they become creative, as we spoke about creativeness earlier. Now, this is very important. Be intuitive as an individual, as a young man, if you are going to make a difference in this life. Because remember, you are a man and you are a young man of purpose. You are a young man of assignment. You are a young man called by God with a vision that God has put in you. There are times where you're going to need to use your intuition. And in spiritual terms, what is called intuition becomes spiritual terms whereby we say the Holy Spirit is speaking to you. When the Holy Spirit speaks to you in general terms, people will call it intuition. And therefore, you'll find that when you follow that voice of the Holy Spirit, that is the inner voice. That's what we call the inner voice. Now, the inner voice that speaks to you. And I know some of you have heard that. And many people will say, you know what, I'm having two hearts. The other heart say I must do that, and the other heart says I must not do. And those are type of things that we're speaking about. And we're speaking about that intuition of saying, I want to do this. Please follow your intuition, because that's the creativity that will develop you into becoming a better person. You will need to depend on your gut feeling sometimes. You need to depend on your gut instinct sometimes, where you use your instinct to do things. And as you do things based on your instinct, many things are going to develop into success. And that will be the innovation of your life that you do. And that's the creativeness of things that you will do. Remember, if you're going to do new things are going to be actually in line with your purpose. They are going to be in line with the assignment of God in your life, with your calling that God has called you for. Now, because it's in line with that, you're going to be intuitively able to create new things that no one has ever created before. And that's very important. Go through your instinct. Please, your gut instinct will be there for your answers sometimes. Now, learning to trust yourself is an important part of your life to learn. Learning to trust yourself is the greatest thing ever. Because there are people that cannot be intuitive, or they're intuitive but they don't trust themselves. Now, when you don't trust yourself, you can never go according to your instinct, because you're forever undermining yourself. There are people that look down upon themselves. They don't trust that they can actually come up with something good. And when you don't trust that you can come up with something good, you'll forever fail yourself, because you'll never be confident enough to raise something and to tell people about something that you're so convinced about. and you will never be able. Now, as a leader, as a young man who's a leader, there are times when you go with your instinct and come up with answers that come from your instinct. And sometimes, because you trust yourself, you will say things and be confident with those, and people will follow, and you'll find that you are actually achieving the ultimate. You are coming to a point when you are achieving something because you've led people to newer grounds. You've actually broken barriers with the people that are following you. It's because you followed your instinct and you trusted yourself in that. So please, as a young man, learn to trust your instinct, learn to trust yourself. Please approve yourself in things that you do, and you'll be able to develop that trust of yourself and be able to articulate things confidently so, and most of the time, that will be spot on. I want to end up here today. Your host, Maikona Spokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and being part of this great topic. I would love to urge you to also subscribe to our YouTube channel. So please click that notification button and share this video as well with others and other young men. Make sure that they are actually learning out of this. And may the good Lord bless you. And I hope you have learned quite a bit. We will deal with part 5 tomorrow, which will be the last of this bit. And may the good Lord bless you. Your host, Maikona Spokane. Thank you very much once more for listening to us. And cheers for now.